All right. Well, welcome everybody to CakeFu. I'm Amelia Carbine, your host. This is Peggy Tucker. She's going to be teaching us a lot of fun stuff today.
New product.
Yeah, and this is our first time having a live class. So hope you guys, hope it works out well. Hope you guys are patient with us and hope we have a lot of fun.
Yes, we were using all of you as guinea pigs, so thank you for joining us and bear with us as we work through this, and I cannot thank you enough for having me. I was thrilled to be in Vegas to actually be able to do this live with you, and all of you for joining us, and we're going to have a really great time.
Awesome. Okay, well, let's start off with just a little bit about Peggy so that everyone, I'm sure all of you guys know Peggy, but we'll do a little introduction. So, Peggy, you are from
Minnesota,
and you have a wonderful husband, Lonnie,
who's adorable. He is the best cake husband you can ask for, and yeah, all of my cake friends want him. I have him first. Thank you very much. Line up. I actually became 2 years ago a certified master sugar artist. There are 24 of us in the world, so I'm really quite honored to have done that. My favorite all-time thing is to teach. I love passing on the skills to students and then having them pass them on. I love going into shops and teaching and then having their teacher pass on the skills. And I think that we can keep the art of cake decorating alive and moving. And that's my goal.
Awesome. That's what we love.
Exactly.
We love to share here.
Exactly.
Okay, so Peggy is going to be teaching us some really, really cool stuff. We've got a new product here that has been launched just recently, and we are going to show you guys how it all works. This is just a little bit of what she has done with all of this.
We are doing greeting cards today.
Greeting cards.
So in case you weren't aware of what you were going to be doing in class today, we are going to be making greeting cards. You have a large selection of premium icing sheets to choose from, as well as the eye designs that I selected for you. So if you don't like them, attack me. I'm the one who selected all of them. I hope we have a large enough variety. And it's all done on a scrapbooking type of a theme, but now we're taking it into our world, the caking world, and by using the Spellbinders Sweet Accent by Icing Images, which is 100% food safe. And our die templates are different because they are the only ones on the market that are food safe. They are actually deeper cut so that you go through your sheets even when they're doubled. So using all of this new technology, we are going to be building, hopefully, all of these gorgeous cards. And I brought a couple. Now this cake has actually traveled across country, and it was made probably about 4 weeks ago. So it's kind of held up, I think, fairly well. We had a little owie over here, so we're not going to show that on camera. So just as you're going around panning, this little owie over here really isn't there. So are we ready to get started? Are you excited? All right. Yes. So it's as easy as this. You're going to select your base for your card. What color would you like? You have the choices that I've set up here because we didn't want to be up and down moving around quite yet.
It was really fun. Peggy let all the students go and choose from all the icing sheets that she brought, and it was craziness. There's so many fun.
Do you want to pan and hold up your sheets that you picked?
Hold up your stuff, guys.
Hello, students. Say wave to the cameras. Tell them, yes, we are really live here. Woohoo! Are we excited?
Yes.
There we go.
See all those fun colors.
It was like a party
And
picking
patterns.
out these colors.
Yeah.
I know. So we're going to take.
Let's choose. I get to choose?
You get to choose.
Okay.
I know. We want our backing. So pick your backing.
This.
You want that as our backing?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
So if you pay attention to our boards that are on your table, there's one machine per. So there's one, and there's boards for all of you. There are A, B, C, and D. And C is going to be our cut board. This is as easy as this is. Oh my God, it's like making a sandwich. So if we can make a sandwich, we can do this. It doesn't get any simpler. Take C, which is your cutting board. You're going to place our premium icing sheet on top.
Is that base color?
This is your base color. I'm actually going to take mine off the paper. I'm going to walk you through this.
Okay.
So
I've never done this before.
She's never done this. All right. So I want you to fold that paper over.
Hold it over?
Fold it over.
Okay. Do I need to,
No, just,
press down? Or?
so is everyone doing that? Select C. Yep. Fold your paper. Is that your backing? the back part of your card. Back side? There we go. All right, so that's perfect.
I kind of missed
That's
a little bit.
So you can choose to fold it and see how our card is coming together. And then we're just going to crease it again. Take your scissors and trim all of your edges so that you've made a square.
Okay. Do you want?
I want them folding it in half, and then I want them folding it again. So we've taken one sheet and quartered it.
So we've basically taken out all of the sticky, so that there's nothing sticky to it.
Right.
And then we're going to just trim it all.
Then just trim all of your corners.
Okay.
This is what we're after. See it here? There we go. That's what we're after.
Try and make a
Just a
square.
card. Just the backing of a card.
You want to fold it and creasing at this point, right?
Yes, I do. And cutting it. And then trim all of your edges. Yay!
All right.
Doesn't get any simpler. We are simply cutting.
I missed this corner.
She's good.
I'm a perfectionist.
That's okay.
There we go. Is that good
Perfect.
enough?
All right. So this is going to be your card now. We have two pieces. Now, you notice when you folded it over, it cracked. So how do we get away from that? You actually just go ahead and cut it. And then we're going to be using isomalt. Yes, if I'm doing a class, you know I'm playing with isomalt somewhere along the line, and it's cake clay that I'm always playing with. So we're going to run a small bead of isomalt down there. We're going to set those together, and that is going to allow our card to open and fully function, okay? Without having to worry about it cracking, and that it also then stands for you. So a little bit goes there. You can't do that with piping gel because it's not going to stay for you.
Oh.
All right, so you've got yours. You're going to set it aside, and then pick the colors now that you want for your accents for your cards. So there's your papers back.
My accent.
Your accent colors. Everyone selecting their colors?
Should we go with just a plain silver color? Would
So
that
you
be-
want plain silver on the top then?
Yeah, that would be, I think that'll be fun.
All right, so
Kind of
then,
opposite of the norm.
yep. So when you have it, double your sheet. Put it on your cut board, see. Backing off. We're going to be doubling all of these because it's a little humid in here, and knowing where your work area is how the papers are going to work. And because we want to be able to have things stand up, we're going to double them. That's going to give us the stability of that. And then I'm going to have you pick out your dies. And I've just laid a couple of the die templates out here, so you can choose whichever you might like of them.
Okay, we've got some really fun ones. Some
I know.
scrolls and
And this is only a small sample. I have an entire folder down here. There's folders over on the table over there, and there are lots of different ones on everyone's table so that they can create their own designs.
I think this matches well with the little scrolls
It does.
here, so maybe
Perfect.
we'll do that.
All right, so you're going to set it down,
Okay.
put it up
set
into the corner,
up in the corner like that.
yep, and then just put your
Face down.
face down.
Okay.
Yep. All right,
Like that.
so this is how you're going to look right now. You have your C board, you have your icing sheet, you have your die, and it's got a cut edge. It goes down onto the cutting board. All right, see our sandwich? We have our bread, we have our meat, we laid our cheese. Then we're going to find A, which is our top plate. It's our base plate.
And those of you that are at home, you can, I don't know if you can see that, but it has the letters on the boards. So it's really easy to,
All right,
see what it is.
so we're
you're
making our
supposed to
sandwich. All right, so you're going to set that down on there, and you're going to run it through. Now, all of these have a suction cup on the bottom of them. You can see that it's lightweight. It has no plugs. You don't need to worry about taking it someplace. I can even take it overseas and not have to worry about the connectors.
do. Wonderful.
I know, I love it. So then you place it down. Go ahead, and it's got a suction cup. Set it down. Turn it over and suction it down. And then you're going to run it through.
Run it through. That means just turn this handle.
Just turn that handle.
Which way? This way?
Either way, it'll go
Okay.
either way.
Oh, either way. Okay. Okay.
Oh, actually, go the other
Actually,
way.
go the other way.
Go the other way.
Okay.
And it didn't suction down for me, so just hang on to it.
Okay, and then just roll.
Just roll it right on
so
through.
it goes all the way through.
I know, it doesn't get any easier than that. All the way through.
Awesome. Okay.
Take it out the other side.
So we got it on the other side. Oh.
And then I'm just going to actually take and move that right off of there so we can actually see.
Okay. Pull this off.
Pull it off. We have a pick tool. And we don't want to actually force it.
To do this?
Just like any other, just give it a little wiggle. See, all we're doing is just loosening it all the way around. All the way. We got that? I'm sorry, I should be doing this to you as well. Just wiggle it, and it'll loosen right up out of there for you. And then set it down using your pick tool. Finish getting it out of there.
I picked a really complex one, didn't I?
Well, you know, the dies come in levels. There's beginners, then there's advanced. And how they come is by how difficult it might be to get out of there and how patient you are at working the small little details. I love the small little details.
All right. And is there ever a time where you may have to, you know, go through and roll it again?
Yeah, if your paper is thicker, then just send it through twice the first time, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
It should really just, there it is.
There we go.
I'm just going to take that main off of there for you. There we go.
There we go.
Yep.
All right.
And I'm just going to set that over there.
The inside little pieces.
And then just pull out the insides using your pick tool. Oh yeah, and every kit comes with a pick tool. So when you buy your Sweet Accent machine, it comes with that. You get all of your plates. How we doing? Are we rolling? While you're doing that, I'm going to go check on the students.
Absolutely.
How we doing? Are we rolling? Rolling. You know, we used to do the twist with this. Let's do the twist. Loves your papers. Remember, we are C on the bottom, our paper, a die cutter, A on the top.
There, look at that, beautiful.
That's the way it works.
All the way beautiful. Should roll faster.
Yeah, and you have a pick tool that comes with the kit too, so.
And then just pick it right on down. And we actually have Deb Coughlin from Spellbinders, or not Icing Images, I'm sorry, Icing Images with us here today. And she's being kind of a helper in class. And we're actually going to watch her design because she's not a caker, or at least she claims not to. But she has skills that she just hasn't quite gotten to using yet. But we're going to have her doing that. Michelle, how you doing over there, hon? Sweet. Are you loving it? I am.
I showed them the way these guys lift up.
Yes.
These guys, those are the backing and those
Pop over. Yep. They pop up.
go.
Yep. Actually, is that your? This is your card? You're going to just set the bottom side across and use the top part. And then we're going to, once we have it all built, we're going to attach it with the icing. Yep. Okay.
And the top part is 2 sheets, right?
Pardon me?
The top part.
And you can
The part is
more
2
than one,
sheets. Yes.
you know,
2 sheets.
put
And
several of them
here
on there.
is, I'm going to take your, here is another thing you can do. You can take, and on the palm of your hand, just roll it and see how it cups. So we are taking icing sheets to new levels. We are treating them almost as if they are gum paste, all the way around. You see how we've just popped that? Yours actually come apart. Have you seen that? They actually cut.
Okay, cool.
And see how it comes apart? Then you've got 2 layers.
Oh, awesome.
Here and there. And so you can pop them and build and then stack them in between.
Oh, okay, cool.
There we go. What do you need, hon?
The A and C.
You need A and C. Those are your plates. How we doing? Well, you're much further ahead than Amelia up there, who is still working her way through one design.
I did pick a really complex one, all these little tiny scrolls.
That's okay. We have different levels of the dies, and that's because all of us have different levels of patience. And that's all there is to the dies. There's ones that pop out just like that. There's ones that might take you a second or 2 to get out, and then there are the ones that, like Amelia has chosen, who is daintily working at getting it out.
I almost
over
have
there.
it out.
It's
We're
gorgeous
getting
when it
there.
comes out.
Yeah.
Yep, aren't they gorgeous? We're actually got sheets in class today that have not been out on the market, and they will be available in August, and they are all of the lusters, and they are the metallic lusters that we are using. Everyone seems to be loving them, the coppers and things.
They're beautiful. Okay, one more little spot.
You can double the sheets and go to single sheets. Like I said, it's going to be best if you stay with them being double, because of it being a little bit more humid in here, they'll hold their shape for you. Okay. How we doing? Is that open out for you? Oh, isn't that cool? I love that. It's like my favorite flower. So just, yep, lift it up. Ready? All right. So on your dies, so when you get these, you'll know you don't get too frustrated with them. There are the backing to them, so you can take your pick tool and actually, or a small tool, and actually just slide right inside of them. And it'll actually help you pop them out as well.
Very good.
There we go. All right, so everyone moving? I'm looking for, there we go. Here is something else. All right, see, once you have your cutout, I'm going to borrow the back of your sheet here because it'll actually show me. See the cutout? Don't waste those. What are we going to do with this? You can stencil. So you now can add another layer to your card. So come in and stencil, use this as your stencil, and then start building your colors or your papers up on top of it. Keeping it all.
I love that.
Isn't that a fantastic? I love stenciling.
That is great.
I once attended a class by somebody I really, really liked. Her name was Amelia. She did.
Oh, lovely.
And she did a stenciling, but it was a reverse stenciling, where she actually put down the flower cutout and then stenciled inward. So when you removed it, it had the shadow on the outside. You can also do that. And so I always remembered that. See, we learn from everything we do. But I actually love that. Okay. So here's yours back. Here's yours back. All right, everyone moving along okay? Okay. Sure? Let me know when you're ready for ice melt, and we'll start gluing those together. But for right now, just work on building your cards and the top part. And there are dies that are for little name tags, which are super cute to put onto the front of them. If you have edible markers, by all means use them. Remember, we want to keep in the theme, remembering that food safe. Somebody's going to pick up this card and eat it, if they choose to, because the papers taste really good, the icing sheets. So I'm going to go back over here with my good friend, sit myself down. All right, so where are you going from here?
Okay, I've got my little scroll pattern cut out.
Okay.
And I've got my card here.
Right.
So that's kind of a fun.
That is very fun.
Like
what are you
that.
going to add to that? That's just kind of laying
yeah,
there.
it
though.
is.
It is. So when you attach this, you would use a little bit of the glue.
Okay.
Just a dab.
This
is just a sugar glue. You can make it yourself by using
so like a gum glue
yes,
kind of thing?
a gum glue. Yep.
So with you could use a fondant gum glue or a
you can. All right.
Whatever you usually use.
Whatever you usually use to put it down. In my household, what am I using? Isomalt.
There you go.
I'm always.
Or piping gel.
So all of the students were giving a tissue, and no, this wasn't for them to cry or laugh too hard about. This was actually for them to pull apart, because it's the best thing. It doesn't stick to it, and if you want to give it movement,
I love
pop it up under, because nothing should lay flat. It's one of the reasons I stayed away from icing sheets for so many years, because I truly didn't like, because they were like one-dimensional. They wouldn't, until I learned that the sheets had the capability. I just weren't using them to their full, to learn how to get them to lift and move away. So you never want anything just laying flat.
So
build it.
Right now, these are really flexible. Do they stay flexible, or
they will stay flex? See, this one was done last night, and so they're still somewhat flexible. I made the ribbon. Yes, you can ribbon icing sheets. I know.
I love that.
All right, that's pretty well stiff. All right, things that are over here are pretty well dried out and stiff. So it stays flexible for a little bit.
Making these three-dimensional, they will dry enough that they'll stay three-dimensional?
Yep, they'll stay that way.
Okay. I love that, just adding a little bit of dimension to it.
Yep, move it away, pop, make it pop. See how this is? I layered this, but it's still flat, but it has a layered effect to it, and so the gears never are bent and stuff, so we needed the gears to be flat. But it made a really great little card. And I've left my sheet, I've used it inside of here to keep it from sticking while I transported it. So save your backings. You can use them for lots of things.
Oh, cool. That's a really great material, too.
Yes, you can use it over and over for lots of different things.
Yeah.
So this card then
Oops.
would be attached to your cake then. You would use a little bit of ice malt or your glue and set it, and then just press it in, and you would start going around your cake.
I love this.
This is fantastic.
Really fun.
It is
Yes.
scrapbooking on our cakes and making things that you can actually, give and they'll eat instead of a card that's going into the garbage.
Yeah. Well, and this can be done, not cards also.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
anything.
do anything.
Oh, anything. Yeah, I'm just showing cards today, but it's endless. You can do ribbons across the top of the cakes. You can do lattice work. You can do borders. It is wherever your mind takes you to. There's no limit. It's just a phenomenal new thing that is food safe for all of us. And as you know, I love new toys when they hit the market.
Yeah. Okay, now tell me, these spellbinders that you can roll through and cut things with. Can you cut more than just icing sheets? Can you cut gum paste fondant?
You
What
can.
are the rules with that?
There really are no rules with it. The dies are made to cut the icing sheets. They're made to cut fondant, gum paste, and this is also something that I love. If you play in the world where we play with ice and malt sometimes. If you take and you oil this just a little bit with some vegetable all the way around and you lay it flat, this is now a mold that you can pour thin layers of ice malt right up to the edge, and you're now making window panes or beautiful things. And you can actually take your designs. I'm going to look for your this little guy.
Little scroll.
Yep, I'm going to take your little scroll, and if I were to lay it down, I'm going to be pouring my ice malt into there. I could actually set that down inside, pour the ice malt using a pick. I would pour the ice malt around, letting that raise up a little bit out of it. And you can use any of your designs. Come in with colored designs and have them a little bit off of it. And so then you're building different layers for doing wonderful cake toppers or side panels, or just think about it being a window or stained glass if you use the papers solid behind it. So it does anything as well as stenciling.
I love this.
Is this not fantastic? I love it because, we've looked at the other stuff that's on the market, but it hasn't been food safe for our world. And this is. And so the Sweet Accents machine makes it possible for all of us to get back into this. And you can do anything with your cakes and designs, and think about using the papers to make clothing for the figurines and things that we put on cakes. And it's just, it's really quiet over there. Are all of you concentrating really hard? How are we far enough for you to show what you're doing, cards and stuff up close?
So this is for a stencil, because when I cut it, I just got the leaf shape.
Okay.
And I go back and draw on it.
That's at least another step, and thank you for asking that. You have this little flimsy mat, this little one here.
Yeah.
See how it just goes around? All right, so once you've cut, you would take your C board. I'm going to give you your paper. I'm going to take this one here because that will really pop for me. I'm going to take a paper that I know it will show up on. Put it there. So you would have C, and I don't think this is C in my hand. This is A. I'm looking for C, which is that one there. That's B. You have C.
Oh, I have C.
Yeah, she's hiding C on me over there.
I've got it.
I have C. We need to see C. All right. So you take your paper. You've cut. All right. You've got A up top here. What you're going to do is after you've cut, you're going to just, before you remove it, turn it over. Don't let it slide out like that. Mine would not have. I cut into it. All right. That's going to be laying there. You're going to take your sheet, place it on top, and then you're going to switch out, and instead of the A plate, we're going to take the B plate, and we are going to set that on top, making yet a second sandwich. Run it through. It's not going to cut, but you would run it through, and that's where the embossing is going to come into place, and it's going to have all of those raised up. So you've got yours ready to go?
Yeah, my first step.
Your first step, okay.
So
So, all
this
right,
is
so let's
embossing.
walk that through. Let's walk that through so you can really get that understood. You have A.
Yes, I have
So
A.
we're going to put our paper, no, you have B.
No, I have C.
C. We're going to cut C. You think it would be not so difficult. There's only 4 plates, A, B, C, and D. So you're going to cut, so you need A.
A and C are cutting.
A and C are cutting. A.
Okay.
C goes on the bottom, A goes up and up. Run that through.
Run that through.
Run it
Do
through.
this way.
Now take and turn your plate over so that C is up on top. Take C off. Put your flex mat on top. It's the silicone mat. There you go.
There we go.
It's okay. Just
All
pop
right,
them
and then you
over the
said
other way.
flip it.
Yep, flip it.
Pull this off.
Take that one off. I'll take you this. You're going to
And
put the
this
silicone mat on top. You're going to take B
B.
and run it through again.
Does it matter which way?
No. Nope.
It's just a certain thickness? Is that?
It is. It's a certain thickness. The gears inside, the rollers, do not go up and down. They stay stationary. So it's the different levels of the different boards that allow you to cut, emboss.
Okay.
Okay? And if you get, the machine and you forget which way it goes, every single die template, every single one of them has right there for you how to do it. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick and easy, right on down. So take that on out.
Wonderful. Okay, take that off.
There we go.
And then
Flip it over.
flip over.
It should just pop right out of there for you.
Okay.
Do you have the pick tool? Here's the pick tool.
Pick tool. And just pop these right out.
Yep.
How nice is that? That's a lot less time consuming than the one I was doing
That's
earlier.
why they have different levels, and it is just a matter of how much time you want to put into that delicate pulling them out.
Oh, look at that.
See, it's just raised it all, and so now you've got it embossed.
Okay, I'll have to pick up some of the little pieces, but you
Inside.
can see how it's got the
Insert
little
groups.
designs in there embossed on.
Let's see. What's the other side look like?
The other side.
Is flat. Turn it back, and you can see the difference. Did you get yours
You guys
embossed?
can
Are you
see
still
that
working
fall.
on it? Is it rolling
That
through
is
now?
really cool. And then just look out this little.
The soft
Okay.
one on top.
Now, once again,
Fun.
yep. Now come back with your tool, push it into your palm, and then just lightly roll those petals upwards.
Roll the. Oh, just like with gum paste.
Just like little gum paste.
Oh, I like
How great is that?
This is.
I know, you're just going to go home and be
fun.
playing all day now.
I know I am.
And oh, here's the other thing. Your children can do this and have a great time with you.
I
They
can-
love rolling this. This is a great project for kids. Daycare. Look at you're just building. I love that.
I could just see my kids loving this.
Fantastic. We need to get a shot over here because she's curving these and giving them
Perfect.
wonderful movement.
That. Okay, go get a shot over there.
And here's where your tissue would come into place to hold those. There we go. Toothpicks and straight pins are some of my favorite things. So if you're working with that and you want that to stay, now my straight pins are really, really tall, you would take that, set it up onto a small piece of pad, and then just come behind and place it right into where you need it to be.
Oh,
Go
that's
back and
awesome.
stay put for me. That would make too much sense, Steph. Sit down and stop making sense. Sit down and stop making sense. What you don't want to do is poke it through the sheet because when it dries, you won't get any of the dots. But then you can make them anywhere you want them to go. And your little tissues, that if that wasn't staying for you, you could pop them right there until it dries and then pull them out.
She really puts it outside the box.
That's the way I love that. That design is gorgeous on that paper. So toothpicks work the same.
Just throwing it on the ground.
And then you just let them set and dry and then begin your construction of it. She's rolling. She's not doing something over there.
Color on the back of print.
Oh, yes.
So you have that really
Yeah.
cool effect.
It would be pretty.
Like I said, only your mind stops you from what you're going to be creative with. Oh, so cute. Love this little guy. And those should all be little individual ones for you.
Oh.
So if you take each tip and revolve for you and pull them, they should all be individuals. Little bitty pebbles for you. See it? How we doing? Oh, look at you with that. That's rocking it. Everyone doing all right? Amelia, how you doing on your card?
I am doing fine. I'm watching everybody else.
So how many of you have been, let's say, have you done crafts and crossed some of your crafts already over into your caking?
So see how this just normally falls right into that?
So much easier than a lot of the other things. It's just super, super fun. She's selecting more papers over there. I love it.
We have what, about 40 dies? I know we have 20 more coming out.
We have 20 more coming out at ISIS, and you're launching the embossing folders. Oh my word. Let me show you an embossing folder. Are you ready to be blown away again?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, give me a copper. Love this. Love that.
That was
Okay,
really fun.
yeah, that was fun. Okay, real quick, we're going to cut this one out though, because I like to show how we can ruffle these. So let's just, will that fit into there? That'll be perfect. So make sure we have. When I'm working with this at home, I have a box that I have all of mine set into, and I have them slotted like this, and all I have to do is page through them, pull it out so that I don't have this going on my workstation, and it set it back in, reach over, get the next one.
Nice.
And so it really works out well.
More
So if you'll
organized.
just, yeah, more organized. So if you'll put that through with your 8, I'm going to show you how to ruffle that while we get the embossing. Oh, let me have all of them. I love
And these are coming out in our third round of no, they're coming out as
These are ISIS.
Those are ice.
I know, we just picked these.
Yes.
Can you see
Okay, you
these?
guys have to see these. I'm going to stop for a second.
Okay, you stop and I'll roll.
Okay, you got to see all these patterns. Geometric is so in right now, and these are just amazing. I love these. And these are embossing.
These are embossing and debossing.
And
They do
deboss.
both. They
Oh.
raise on one
And
side
they indent.
and indent.
Okay, so
Yes.
on one
With
side and the
exception of
other.
that one.
Okay.
That one is a reversible one, so you have this pattern on this side, and you flip it over, you have that
Oh,
pattern on that
fun!
side. The rest
These
of
are
it is
so
embossed.
cool.
Oh, thank you.
So cool. All right, so these are things that you can actually use with the Spellbinder
Yep, she's going to show you.
and your icing sheets.
With the sweet accents and the icing sheets.
Okay. And can you use gum paste and
Yep,
on it on here
you
also?
sure can.
You have to
very
lightly
cool.
dust it,
Lightly
but
dust with your dusting puff. That's all you have to do.
What about isomalt? Can you pour isomalt on here?
You know, I have not tried pouring isomalt on here, but I will tell you this. It probably will, but you're going to have to, instead of dusting it, you're going to lightly use a little bit of your vegetable shortening on it and then wipe it down and then pour. But now you're going to have to be able to get that out of there fast enough before you have to. It's still
Right.
going to be a little
Pop it
warm,
off,
so you're
yeah.
going to bring it out, then lay it down to cool the rest of the way.
But not too soon? Or
Oh, no, it'll just lay flat, yeah. But you'll get the feel for that, but yeah, you can
Very
actually
cool.
do that. Is that not cool?
Yes.
Okay.
So which one of these, are you using one of these right now?
Oh, I'm trying to decide. Which one would you like to see?
Oh, you know what? I love this design right here. This is the kind of a, I don't know what it's called.
You know, I
love
haven't
that
figured out
pattern.
what it's called. I actually think it looks like, because I'm a golfer. Yeah, I'm a really bad golfer, so I'm just a woman with a set of golf clubs. But they look like the little golfing tees to me.
Yeah, I see. I can see
That's
that.
the only thing that I can, I'm quite sure that it has a real name to it. But I don't think Deb's even gotten around to naming it yet. So we just picked it. I mean, we've been really, really busy picking these things for everybody. So all you're going to do is just lay your sheet down inside there. Now this one's a little different. This is where your plate B and D come into play.
Okay.
So you just need those two plates, B and D.
Does it matter which one goes on top? Which
No,
one
it
goes on
doesn't. It doesn't. The only one on for that is actually your cutting one, because if you can see the little grooves and stuff that it makes in it, you don't want to have that on your A plate. So you always want one board, and you can cut on both sides of it, but one board for cutting, and that's your C.
Do you
So
ever
the
need
rest
to
of these-
replace these boards?
Actually, this one here will wash up beautifully, and you can actually just do a little bit of a sanding on it as well to get some of the grooves out, because it's solid all the way through.
Okay.
And then it washes just
Perfect.
beautifully. So it stays within that food safe.
Okay.
So that's
So
our,
that's
yeah.
the,
You should have. Okay,
the D.
there's your D.
and-
And here is the B. Now what I want you to do on these is, because this is thicker here, start it down a little bit further put your plate on top so that the machine grips here and then pulls it through.
Okay.
Let me get your paper straightened out. Let me get your paper straightened
Oh, the
out.
paper needs to be.
There we go.
Okay.
She's rolling, rolling,
I want
rolling.
to go.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
All right.
Now, you wouldn't have to hold
Under
this down if we
pressure.
had it suctioned.
Yes.
Yes, you can feel the pressure on it. And then as it gets so far, and if you're ever rolling the machine and it is super hard, you know your boards are wrong. So stop. The moment you get to that part where it's really hard, stop. Back it out because your boards are wrong. So figure out the boards.
Okay. So we're going to take this.
Now watch that.
Wow.
Now,
See that?
peel the backing off and look at the other side.
Okay.
See, it's hard. Look
Yes. Okay, can you see that? It's got the.
No, that's the largest.
That would be such a cool pattern for.
She's stealing my
things.
boards already.
I love that.
It's like swipe. Okay, so if we want to pass these so everyone can try these, here we go. If you'll pass those so everyone can try those. I know, look at your face, it lights up. Isn't that fantastic? Embosses, debosses now.
Okay, really fast. If you guys have questions, make sure that you type them in. I will be answering questions in just a few minutes.
Oh, we're going to answer questions?
Yeah. Oh, well, I won't be answering them. I'll be asking them, and Peggy will be answering them.
But you're going to put me on the spot?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I don't think that was in all of this to put me on the spot. First off, we want to talk a little bit about where we are actually at.
Okay.
This is a brand new cake supply store
Absolutely. Yeah.
in North Las Vegas, and it is the Sweet House Confectionate Supplies. We have a nice little sign there. It is fantastic. Why don't you tell us about the owner a little
Yeah,
bit?
Nilda is the owner of it.
Nilda, can we get Nilda to step in?
Say hi. This is Nilda.
She was actually going to be part of the class, but we filled up, and so she decided to step aside for us so we could have an extra student, and I thank you. She's going to play afterwards, I'm quite sure. So we thank you for allowing us into your shop. It is fantastic.
No, thank you. It's an honor and a pleasure. We're so excited. We've been looking forward to this for weeks now.
Yeah, I think this is a great
Very
launch,
excited
and
to
I'm
have
hoping
you.
that it does really well.
I think it
And
will.
thanks to Amelia for putting this together.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I know. No, hopefully it won't be. Yeah.
Yeah, this is wonderful. This is
So
really
questions. What kind of questions are you going to be asking me?
great. Well, it depends on what you guys at home are asking.
Do you want to see this?
So yeah. Yes, I
This
will.
is
I will
an-
start looking up questions.
Okay, you look up
I'll
questions.
be watching
Okay.
for questions.
This is an embossing
You can do
folder.
that.
So when you get the folder, it has a design on one side. If you don't like that design, you turn it over and use the other side. It has two in one folder. And you run it through the same way you do the smaller ones.
And we roll this. We don't need one of these boards, right?
You actually need to put that
Let's
through.
see
You're
this.
going to use your B and your D board.
Okay.
So you put your paper inside the little folder. You put the embossing plate onto D, and then put B on top. Yeah. A little birdie tells me that the boards that are going to be coming out soon are actually going to be silk screened and color coded. So it's going to make it a little easier because we found out that we really couldn't see the lettering that well. So as fast as they can, whoops, she's got the wrong boards in. And
B and D, right? B and D?
B and D.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. We'll fix it and we'll move on.
I don't want to do it.
Back it out. No, you can do it. Just back it out. That's all. It's,
Go back just a little bit.
yeah. Okay, so do we have any questions I need to be?
Well, I don't see any yet. Let's see. Okay. All right, someone is asking about do you emboss it or do you cut it first? She says, do you have to cut your shape first? Because won't it mess up the embossed piece up if you cut the shape after you emboss it?
Yes, we want to cut first, then emboss.
Okay.
Yep, so always cut first, emboss. Good question.
Cut first, emboss second. Okay. Good to know.
I'm going to take the folder. Set that in. I'm going to, I love that. So think
do
about that
too.
as being
Oh.
the base of going around a cake.
You don't need to
That
I
would
have
be
this
so
in my room.
cool.
This has been on my lap to go around.
Mhm.
You could do it long ways.
You don't need.
And it's made so that you can actually set it back in and hook it back up so that you can do continuous pieces, so that you can ring cakes with it.
Sometimes you leave it back on.
I love that. Absolutely love that. Love the new sheet too.
Cool.
All right,
Very
so I have that. I'm going to get, there's your D.
Okay.
I'm looking for your B. There you go. You're ready to go.
B&B. We're gonna put a little.
I'll roll for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
In your embossing, you only need to use a single sheet. You don't need to do double.
Oh, doubles, yeah. Doubles are going to be too thick. Yeah. Doubles are too thick to go through it.
Okay.
It's very sensitive with the amount of pressure that's in it. So that's all that we have to do.
Okay.
That's like watching.
All right. We have.
This is A and C.
Oh, I probably picked the wrong paper to be able to see that on speed,
You can probably see it from the back.
but not the front. You can feel it.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to see.
Okay, let's do different. I just want you to be able to see a little bit of that. So let's
kind
run
of
that
see it
through
through
really
the
fast.
through the lighting.
All right, does anybody have a card that's ready to be
Yeah,
put
you're not
together?
gonna see it on that side. Kind of a
Or you've got your little pieces ready?
bubble texture.
Yeah, it's a little bit higher.
There you go.
There we
And
go.
that's the other side.
The
of
other
it.
side of it.
It's gonna be.
Yeah.
This is the side that you're not gonna be able to see the.
Yeah.
The texture on that.
There you go.
Oh, here we go.
Now you can see it.
There we go.
Guys, we got some
There's the
sides that are coming out
texturing
soon.
right here. That's really cool.
Is
That's
that cool?
something-
I love
Yeah.
that. And then you go into it and you cut it. So if you were to cut that out, that would be the back side of your flower, the front side of your flower, and then you can build onto that with your colored sheets. Or you, yeah, it's just fantastic.
That is really fun.
So
would
the
you
other,
would you emboss this first and then
Yes.
cut it out?
I would do all of
First
my
cut it,
cutting, and then I would
emboss.
do my embossing. Yeah, so you don't lose that.
like you just said earlier. Cut
first, emboss.
second.
Yep.
Okay.
First emboss. Okay, so here's what I have, my little icing sheet here.
Mm-hmm.
And just by rolling it, somebody stole my saying, oh, pass. All right,
Okay, we got to see what Peggy's doing right here. Let me see.
all right. So all I did was I took the die cut, the die template, and I cut it out. See the
Right
shape?
here. Right there.
Actually, I had a smaller
smaller
one, but
one.
it's hiding in my mess here someplace.
We
And then I just simply started folding it. And so that's how you can start getting ribbons. And then
Nice
if you bend
ruffle.
it down, a nice ruffle, you can start to do edges that go around your cake, top pieces that go around the top. So see, I can put that into my boo-boo, which of course we all know is not there, right? Okay, great.
Yes.
And then you can start to have them stand up. So we're taking icing sheets and we're just doing designs and stuff
Making them
with them now.
dimensional.
Dimensional,
I
so they
love
stand
this.
up off of there. Yeah.
I love this.
How's everyone doing?
Okay.
Yes.
Would you like to share some of the new dies that are going to be debuted at ICIS?
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there coming?
These are secrets. These
Oh,
are
these are
secret.
top secret.
These are
Nobody
top
knows
secret
about
hush
these
hush.
yet.
You know me and my
These are
top
some of
secret hush hush.
favorites,
So why don't you go ahead and talk about them?
All right. Excuse the packaging because this is how I store them so that I have easy access to them. I actually just got these sheets, these right at Office Depot or Office Max, and I put them all in an envelope. This is one of my favorites, and at first I wasn't quite sure. Oops.
Until we saw how it could get used.
Yes.
And
This
so-
is like those embossing plates that you saw that emboss and deboss.
Deboss.
These do the same thing. And they fit inside of each other. And you know how Peg was making those ribbons, that's what made me think about it.
Yes.
I'm just gonna lay some of these out.
Nope, he's got it in your hand, hon.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just
In my
stay,
hand.
hold your
Thank
hand
you.
still.
All right, these will fit inside of there. So it cuts that outline out. Or you can just use this as is, or this as is.
Yeah.
You wanna?
And I'm going to bring that over because if you can take a look at, oh, it's right there, right there. That's
here.
that, and there's two of them brought together. And so there's a little pocket then that you can actually have something come out of too. So there's one of them And then the other tool, that die cut that's in there, is a little one here. So you can just build off
I
of
can
there.
see a little sugar flower.
Just popping out of there. Wouldn't that be
Yes,
cute?
wouldn't that-
So that's that die there.
Okay. This one, what is that?
I just
that
broke
new
my paper.
trend? You gave me the word. I'm so bad with these words. I don't remember them.
Steampunk
Steampunk. You like
is
steampunk?
everywhere now, you know?
everywhere.
Okay, so if you think of the metallic sheets, now we've got the dies for them as well.
Yep.
Give them Amanda. She's going to love these. All right, so here is,
Okay, so we have all these gears. Oh, how fun is that? Oh, and this is what it makes. I love it. I love it.
don't you love it?
I am
know.
so into steampunk. I love it.
It seems to be the thing that is going to be taking off right now, and it's fantastic.
And Peg.
Yeah.
What folder are we coming out with that we don't have here? I don't think.
What folder? Oh, yeah, it's the embossing plate that matches this.
The embosser and debosser.
Debosser.
Oh, really?
To match these. I know. It's exciting for us.
Fun.
So, you know, not to have this
offensive.
being a complete info commercial for you, we just really want you to know what is coming out, what is available for you to start playing with. And keep in mind that in our field, because our product that we are selling is a food product.
Yeah.
And so we need to make sure that we are keeping it on that level and using food-safe equipment on everything that is going on to our cakes, our cupcakes, our cookies, because that's going to our clients.
Okay, that's a really good thing to talk about. We actually had another question. Someone said, can you use the die cuts for the paper machine with the Icing Images one?
No, you cannot. Because those are not food safe, and some of them that actually are out there have a coating on them, and with wear, that coating will begin to chip. And so you could have a possibility of getting that down inside your icing sheet and never know it. So, you know, is it huge? In our field, it should be. So my suggestion would be no, but the great thing is that you can use these on paper. So if you want your kids to be able to play with them, or if you want to make cards that are going to last forever, you can use the edible dies over onto the papers and then switch back by simply washing these in sudsy water, drying them, and putting them up. So these can switch back and forth where the other ones cannot come into our world.
So if you're going to invest in something for both,
For both.
this one's the one,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. And you know these because they're the silver.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they're the food safe, and so there we go. So who else has got a question
Very
for
cool.
us? Good questions.
Yeah, someone asks, does this work with all Icing Images sheets?
Yes, it does work with all Icing Images sheets.
It's a premium brand.
Yep.
Premium brand. Okay. Very cool. Okay, and then someone asks, does it come with embossers? But that's what these are, right?
Yeah, you can buy all of the different embossing plates. It will emboss any of the dies because in the box you get your 4 plates and then the silicone sheet, which helps indent it so that you can do like we did with the embossing of the dies. So that comes with it. These are embossing sheets, or I'm sorry, folders. These are also separate then.
Okay, awesome. Okay, for those of you guys at home, we are going to be doing a giveaway.
Oh, I love the giveaway.
I know.
I know, the
yay.
giveaway. Now's the fun time.
This is the fun part.
I know.
We're going to be doing a giveaway. We'll wait just a few minutes for you guys, but I wanted to just let you guys know that that's what we're going to be doing.
Real quick.
And a discount for those
Oh,
of
a
you
discount.
that are not going to be winning. There is a discount, so it will be 10% off of everything at Icing Images. Is that correct?
Yes.
Everything on icingimages.com. And so if you want to, buy the Spellbinder, you can get 10% off that. You can get 10% off of everything, all the die cuts, all of the, everything.
Anything I see.
Anything that is
Icing
at icingimages.com.
Okay, so that includes, the
Yeah. Well, those aren't in stock yet, but they can actually order them now,
okay.
and they'll sit on back order if they come in. Okay.
Okay, so go to Icing Images, check them out. We are going to be doing a giveaway. Make sure you're familiar with the website because we're going to have you do something on the website for the giveaway. So,
They're going to need a code to get that 10%.
okay, and I will. Should we give the code?
You want to give the code.
You guys can get the code now. If you want to go over and start looking at things, the code is actually just CakeFu. So CakeFu. That's That's the code, and that will get you your 10% off of anything over at Icing Images.
Okay. I walked away so I could come check out what our students are doing. So I'm just going to hold up a little bit. Is that fantastic? Love what you're doing over here. Wear that down. She hasn't got it glued together, so I don't want to be moving it around. Love this. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm coming around. Look at what you have done. She's used the embossing folder. Both sides.
Okay, Peggy, could you show that to the camera so they can
Sorry. So she's got her card base here. She's cut out and used the embossing folder and laid it on top. And she's got these phenomenal flowers over here. I'm going to pick up really nice and easy. I'm going to come in here and borrow this so I can do this. And I'm thinking she's going to be laying on here someplace.
Could you repeat that for a second?
Yep.
We can't really see
The detail. I'm going to give that over to you so you can show the detail.
because it's so beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It's got that dimension to it,
Yes.
and then the
You can do place cards.
I
You can do anything that you can do in your scrapbooking world. You can do into this. So just come up. Actually, because there are an icing sheet, if they would be laid flat on a cake, they'd hold up well in the fridge. But because the fridge has got a lot of moisture in it, you don't want to be putting these into the fridge because then they're going to kind of just go wilt on you. So anything that has to be refrigerated, you want to make sure that these are the last thing that go onto them as they go to the venue. It's kind of like handling the same thing with ice melt. Think about what can not go into the fridge and what can. And if you're going to be gluing them with that, that's kind of going to be How's your card? Oh, you bossed yours too. Nice. Which one did you use? Oh, gorgeous. The quilting. Use the quilting.
Keep it straight.
I'll make sure to keep it straight. Yeah, you have to keep them straight. Okay, Deb, have you gotten anywhere on your
I
card?
did a little bit. I think I got distracted. I can't really tell that much. But I did a little bit.
And what's my Ruffin over there doing?
She's doing a shot with these leaves.
Well, I can't. I have to come over here and Teddy goes up and take them around. All right, so we have to walk around so we can see what she's been up to, and I'll bring them to the camera. Cool stuff. Okay, I'm going to borrow your leaf. Are you okay with that? Sure. Do you want to tell how you did it?
Huh?
How'd you do your
The little dance?
with the little dance?
I just shaped it with my index finger and then used some tissue.
And see how you can give it movement now? It's not laying flat. So remember, anything that is flat is usually dead. So let's give it movement. And she did really great with this. She curled it, raised it up, and she's just resting it on a little bit of tissue.
Oh, this reminds me.
She's got 3 of them over there. I can't wait to see what she does with them. So I'm going to bring this back, nice and easy for you.
You know how good you save all the pieces?
Oh yeah, I save all the pieces because, here we go. If you have this, we have a lattice die, and you place it on here, and then, you think that you can use this for stenciling, but the lattice die, then you place on here, you run it through, you take it out, you take the lattice die, and you pop it, and you have all this confetti in all of this. So you never waste any of your sheets. I don't throw any of mine away because I love to make confetti that can be sprinkled on top of cupcakes. Why? Because this is edible. And so it's really quick and easy, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't waste anything.
That's great.
I know. What are you making? This is as far as you've gotten.
Yeah. I got distracted. I can't.
Okay, I've never failed anybody to class before, girl.
That would be me. That would be me.
I'm going to take you out. I'm going to borrow your card.
Actually,
It's okay. I'm just going to hold it really easy. Look at what she is doing. Fantastic. I love the little dots that she's got going down.
Oh, that is so
Isn't that
cute.
cute? And I hope she didn't have them set a certain way because I just knocked it. Yeah.
I love
This is why I
those.
normally don't touch somebody's product because, oh yeah, I'm the one that's going to hurt it. I love this that we've got going here. Picture frames. Think about doing picture frames because you can always print. If you don't have the edible printer at home, a lot of your shops will print for you.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. All right, do we have questions?
Yeah.
She's ready. Look at her roll. She's rolling, rolling, rolling. She's serious
Okay.
over there.
We had some people ask about the code for the discount. So the code for the discount, again, is CakeFu. It's really easy, just CakeFu. The giveaway that we're going to be doing, I want to tell you guys, the grand prize is going to be an actual Spellbinder, the actual thing.
It's the Spellbinders Sweet Accents cake decorating machine.
Spellbinders Sweet Accents. So that's
By
what
Icing Images.
Yeah, by Icing Images. Have to see the whole thing.
You gotta get the whole thing out there. I mean, we got the owner in the class. We don't want to get shot.
Deborah's going to make sure we do it right. Okay, so the Spellbinders Sweet Accents by Icing Images, that is going to be your grand prize. We're actually going to do 2 other prizes, which isn't very normal. We usually only have 1, so really exciting. The second place will actually get a $50 gift certificate to Icing Images, and the third place will get a $25 gift certificate to Icing Images. So should we go ahead and work on that?
10% off.
Oh yeah, and yes, everybody gets 10% off.
So we all win. We all win.
Everybody, of course.
Okay, so what are we going to work on?
Okay, so we're going to, I'm going to tell you guys how the giveaway is going to go. So you guys have a little bit of time to go over and do that. Okay, so there is a website. I'm going to give you a link. It is www.cakefu.com/Peggy.
Really?
Yep, that's what we've done. cakefu.com/Peggy, and that will take you to the page that you guys need to go to, and that's going to tell you guys how to, go to that page. On that page is going to give you a list of all the things that come with the Spellbinder, with the Sweet Accents, and so I want you to go and look through there. The 5th thing in the kit. The 5th thing on the kit.
The 5th item that you get with the kit.
And I want you to email that to me. In the past, we've let you write it on the chat, but I just want you to email it to me. So the email address is cakefu.com just do Amelia@cakefu.com. So AMELIA, Amelia@cakefu.com. So we'll take 3 people that have sent me the correct answer, and you guys will win our prizes.
Is that the 3 correct that are the first ones that get that come in?
Yes.
Okay. So right now, icingimages.com is going berserk.
Absolutely.
Don't shut their website down. Please, please, please don't shut their website down.
Okay, so cakefu.com/Peggy, the 5th item in the kit, email it to Amelia@cakefu.com.
And I know the answer to that.
Yeah?
But I can't tell. It's one of those top secret hush-hush things again.
Yep.
Yes, of course I remember what the 5th items are.
I'm sure you've seen it plenty of times.
I'm going to wander to see how the students are doing, so if you have questions, just holler them up at me.
Yep.
Is your penny? Yes, what do we got?
Yeah, thank you.
I can't fail now.
She can't fail now. Look at her. She finally got me a card. And she even added a pro. Yes, any of your edible dragees can be used for your centers.
Use the big word.
What are we using? Dragees? Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so
I might not say it correctly, but I can do it.
I have no decorating talent whatsoever, and I was able to do that.
How cool.
Cute, cute?
That is.
Thank you. No, okay, now she won't fail.
Now I won't fail.
Thank you. Oh, I love what you're doing. She's actually cut 1 flower out of her base, and she's cut a second the same size, and she's inserting it. Did you use 2 different ones?
Apparently.
Well, there's 2 dies that are really
They're
close
similar.
together,
Yeah,
very
I
close.
know. I'll have
One
to
has
do
got
it
more
again.
raggedy edges, and then the others. So
That's what
figure
I'm
out which
gonna
one.
do. Yeah.
But I love the idea. See, now you can start to think about these and then swipe all of their ideas. So here, you can do that.
That's what this is all about,
It's
isn't it?
about learning it and sharing it and moving forward. Oh, yeah. More Keller lilies. So when you look at certain dies, just don't think that, okay, yeah, this is a heart. You can actually do beautiful Keller lilies with this. You
Oh.
can do with the raggedy edges, scalloped edges and stuff, and so that works out really well. So, like I said, just, the whole thing is just sitting down and playing. And in a lot of my classes, it's what we do. You know, I will show you, demonstrate, and then let you have a good time just playing, because until you can get your hands on the product or learning how to do whatever the skill is you're learning, you really can't do it fully until you've actually just had time to experiment with it. And that's what classes give you. They give you the opportunity to sit and work with it and have an instructor right there if you're running into a little bit of trouble to say, let's do it this way. Or move your hand. You know yourself teaching paste flowers. It's a lot about where to place that tool. And so it's just learning exactly where to do that, and you can create anything. But it's about playing, and that's what it should be.
Yeah. Well, Peggy, tell us about things that are coming up for you in the next little while. You have Cake Camp that's coming up this week.
For this week, I'm so excited. We move over on Thursday to Cake Camp to do full setup. I'm running 6 classes, 2 demos. Yes, I'm insane. We're going to run from 8 in the morning to 9 at night and then do all of that. From Cake Camp, I have a couple of things that are really top secret, hush-hush, cannot tell you about, and that's the honest truth. I'm headed home, though, for a few days to spend time with my grandchildren. Yes, I have 2 grandchildren.
That's unusual.
I know it's very unusual for me to have a little bit, but I blocked out a little bit of time so that they can come play with Nana. And, well, trust me, they've already had their hands on this, and they love it. So from there, then, I am off to Mexico to teach. Then I'm headed for Denmark to teach. Then we're back here and we're running classes in just different parts of the United States and just really just keep moving with it. And it's ice melt classes that I teach using the CakeFu products. It's anywhere from, this is the new thing that's hitting it right now, so we've developed a couple of classes on this. And we have, let's see, 3D design, overpiping. So there's a large, you know, each store just chooses it. In October, I'm back here for the IBIE, which is going to be fantastic. From here, then, I go up to California, to San Jose, to teach up there, and then back down to, what's the other little town? Burbank, maybe? I have it on calendar. Lord knows I cannot keep all of this in my mind because it's just not, it just falls out. It just really does fall
I think
out.
it would for anybody.
So we're just moving and keeping busy. And so you can always move, find me on Facebook, and then just move your peg pins wherever I'm at. Look for classes. Yeah, we go all over the world, so just keep moving your peg pin. And for me, the greatest thing is meeting new students every single time. I love it. So that's all that I'm up to.
Wonderful. Yeah, and you're talking about your peg pin. If you follow Peggy on Facebook, you'll see every other day, move your peg pin too. She'll let you know where she's going to be.
And how do we know that? Because we get 4 boards and the silicone mat. Yep. Then you get the pick tool, and then you get one of the little putty knives as well down inside of it.
So it's all inclusive. It's all
inclusive. Yep.
Perfect. Awesome.
And then they're even making it better. A little birdie tells me, don't tell her I'm telling this, that soon, hopefully, when you get the kit, the box, you're going to have icing sheets down inside of it, as well as a die and a video that might goes with it. We're trying to get that together for you. It's not a definite, it's not a promise, but they do come with icing sheets now. Okay. We're just trying to get more of a package together for you, so do not hold me at that. I just know that they're working really hard to get that for everybody.
Awesome.
We're all excited.
All right. Well, our time is up, you guys. Our class over here, we're going to keep going for another 2 hours. So
because we have cakes to decorate.
Yeah, we actually have cakes. We're going to pull out and decorate. We're actually going to keep rolling video, not live, but we'll keep rolling video, and we're going to actually make this available to you guys later on. So be watching for that. We'll get it, you know, up and going as soon as we possibly can, and have that available for you guys if you so choose.
I think that's fantastic. If you want to scan the students one more time, because they're still
working. Thank you to our students.
They're quiet because they're over there crafting and working, and they're just.
Are you guys having fun?
Yes.
Isn't this cool? I love this. I love it.
I love the papers. I would have liked to. We should have had them filming when we had all of the papers laid out, and they were like kids in candy stores.
It really was.
No, it was like
It
kids
really
and
was.
candy. I love it.
I really do wish that they had seen that, because Peggy just keeps pulling out icing sheet after icing sheet, and it's, oh, but now I have to choose
No, you
again.
have to change again, but you can do as many as you want.
So check out all the icing sheets on the website, Icing Images. There's tons to choose from, and they have the iDesign. Is that?
iDesign.
Which you can get, the edible food printer, and you can print your own designs.
Can we tell what's coming?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Not that I
All this-
haven't just
all this
building
top
up. I know
secret
it's all this
stuff,
top secret
guys.
stuff. I know. I love it. It's no longer top secret. We have top secret stuff. But tell them what's coming in August, because I think it's very exciting.
Right now, the way you use iDesigns is you have to have an edible printer. And you buy iDesigns, which is an online subscription to over 1,000 different images that you can have access to. They're licensed for edible use, so everything's safe, which is really important in this industry. And so you can print your own. You sign up for the subscription, you print nonstop as many as you want. In August at ICIS, we will be launching the ability for people who do not have printers to jump online, pick their picture, the image that they want, make it bigger or smaller, make it so it's seamless so that you can wrap it around your cake, get it just the way they want it, and they hit send, it comes to us, we will print it for you and ship it to you anywhere within the continental US.
And that can be great.
That is great. That is great. Wonderful. So if you don't have the edible printer, you can still do everything. Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys for the second part of it later on. And I guess we'll see you guys all next week.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Say bye, everybody.